What's up, everyone? It's the Allegedly Podcast, and we are here with another episode of Stud Dud My New Bud. This is where you get that inside info of who you should be putting in the game, who you should be taking out of the game, and who you should be going try to get off waivers, who you should be sliding in your lineup because they're about to have a big day. All right. So here we go, fellas. Let's give them the insight that they need. Starting out with our studs of the week. Ink Spot, who you bringing to the table?
My stud right now, I got Darrell Henderson, man. I got Henderson, Rounds running back, very potent offense, man, and he's shaping out to be exactly what they need. He's catching the ball, and I mean, it's a lot of points to go around in that offense, and he's looking like the dominant back of that offense. So, if you got Darrell Henderson, man, start him with confidence.
Starting with confidence. So you comfortable with rolling him out there with the way that offense going and him being the primary ball runner there.
Yeah, they looking like they can at least get 35 points a week. And the starting running back from offense like that, it's a lot of opportunities. So I like Henderson in that situation.
We're going with Henderson. Jet, who you got for us?
Man, this week for my stud, I got Mike Gesicki, man, or Gesicki, however you pronounce his name, from Miami. Ultimately because Tua loves his tight end. He's shown that. And also Mike Gesicki has had 6 targets or more every week except week one, and the most targets he's had is 12 targets. So I think he has a really good game going up against Atlanta. Atlanta has shown that they don't like to play defense for some reason. But I like Mike Gesicki this week in a risky stud pick, I would like to say.
Okay. A little risque. Now, I say
Risky.
this. I say this. He has been one of those players that's been up and down in the past, and he just came off a big game. So you're not worried about coming off that big game. You think you could put two together, two big
I
ones in a
do.
row together?
I do because of the way the offense is. He is a big body. Tua likes to have a big body in the middle, and Tua likes Waddle, and that's pretty much middle to out routes.
Yeah.
And Gasecki actually he works the mid game too, in the passing game. So I do like it. I like the matchup as well. So that played a part in it too.
Tight end is such a critical position, man. If you get good scoring out of the tight end position, you usually probably gonna fare well for that week. So we'll check the second out. Los, who you got for us as a stud this week, man?
I got Calvin Ridley in that same game. Uh, both defenses, they don't play much defense. So I'm thinking shootout. And Calvin Ridley missed last week. So I'm thinking he come back and have a big game. Miami secondary hasn't shown the ability to recover much. I mean, Tampa Bay, 3 receivers that had 100 yards on them almost. So go with Calvin Ridley, talented. Matt Ryan, look like he's starting to come along a little bit. So I'm going to rock with that.
So in Miami, speaking of their secondary, they're still a little banged up. And then the Falcons are coming off their first win, coming back from London, coming off their first win, man. They might bring some, carry that fire over to the next week. So we'll see. We'll see with Calvin Ridley. I think that might be a good pick, though. So now we're going to the folks that we're warning people about right here with our duds of the week, man. Jack, who you got first, man? Talk about it.
Well, my dud this week is Khalil Herbert from Chicago Bears, the backup. He playing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is the number one run defense in the league. That's in real life and in fantasy life. So I like to stay away from any running back that plays Tampa Bay every week. I feel like every week that could be somebody's possible dud. So stay away from Khalil Herbert. I know he had a really good game last week, but don't look to for if you do play him, don't look for a whole lot of production. Maybe a couple of catches might save his point total, but don't look for a big game.
Okay. Okay. Los, I see you going down to Cincinnati with Joe Mixon. Why is that?
I'm going with Joe Mixon, man. They going on the road to Baltimore, division game.
Cool.
Baltimore defense they kind of been stiffening it up. And I think it's going to be hard on them over there, man. So I'm gonna go with Joe Mixon in that one.
It's always a tough thing to do is run the ball against Baltimore, man, especially in Baltimore. So I can see that. I can see where you're going with that in the rivalry game. And Baltimore is playing with seems like they playing with a chip on their shoulder, man. They want to prove stuff to people. At least it looked like that for sure with Lamar in his
I
case,
think
though.
so, man. Calais Campbell down there, man. It's tough. It's tough. So I'm gonna rock with them.
And
And
Cincinnati
now,
could just throw the ball if they want to too. They could just throw the ball. So I can see where that's at. And Ink Spot, man, you saying Tyler Lockett. What's up with that, man? That's a big name.
Yeah, it's a big name, man. I got two reasons why, though. My first reason is the Russell Wilson injury. It's just not that many opportunities like it would be with a Russell Wilson. And secondly, they're playing the Saints on Monday night, and I think the Dome gonna be rocking Monday night. That's a good matchup with Lattimore and company. Those guys, they defend the pass well. So I think if you got another guy to fit in at your flex for Lockett, or scale back your expectations.
Okay. That's some good warnings. That's some good advice, man, and some warnings for the crew. Los, we're gonna come to you with the My New Bud, man. Who you looking at? Who's gonna be introducing themselves to the fantasy football world this week? Or reintroducing themselves, right?
yeah, I got Michael Pittman, man. He been looking good with the Colts. He get a lot of attention over there, short routes. Mid. So Carson Wentz looking a little better. The running game good. Can't really just key on it. T.Y. Hilton back. I think he's going to be able to sneak in there and have him sneak a good game, man.
Who they got this week?
I'm not exactly sure.
The Niners, I think.
Yeah, they got the
Sunday night.
Niners
Coming off the
Sunday
bye.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Niners
that's right.
Sunday night. Yeah.
That's
Night,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Sunday night.
Hey, he did put on the show like a week ago, not last week, but the week before that, he was putting on a big time show if I remember correctly. So hey, we'll see. We'll see with Pittman. Ink Spot. McKissick, what you like about that?
He already a pass catching back. He's the third down back, so I know one thing, he's gonna catch some passes. And as I went through my notes, I seen Gibson had to get an MRI on his leg. So MRI, I gotta keep my eyes on you. And if you are available to play, I don't think you're gonna get the volume of touches that a starting running back would normally get. So that means more opportunity for McKissick.
Okay. We're looking at McKissick. That makes sense. He is that third down back, and he has that boom. He has that real boom potential. He could take the ball to the house from anywhere when he touches. So, hey man,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting to see what's going on there. And last but not least, Jet, I need you to convince me why I should be keeping Miles Sanders in my lineup, bro. Help me out right here. I'm in a
You,
must-win situation. Tell me why I should keep him in my lineup.
you just talked about it. That boom. I done been on the Red Zone channel, laying down on my sofa, and I see Miles Sanders for 75 yards. I've seen it. And it hasn't happened this year. And that's okay, because this is the week it's going to happen. He's going to bust a big run against Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to be crazy. I think Jalen Hurts plays well this week. I think it's going to be a really good back and forth offensive game, which it helps Miles Sanders' production. And I think he's going to catch 5 to 6 passes, and he will bust a big run for a touchdown.
Okay, man. We gonna see, man. I'm gonna take that advice, and I'm gonna roll him out there in my lineup. And I sure hope you are right, because we've been waiting on it for a while. It almost seems like we've been waiting on it for about a year and a half now for Miles Sanders. He put on that good run a season and a half ago at towards the end, and it just doesn't seem like it's been the same since. So I hope to see it again, man. I hope to see that happen. I really do. Now, fellas, as we closing up this week of Stud Dud, my new bud. The season has been going on for a good little while now. And some people might be in some tight positions. They might have some buys. So we're gonna go off the deep end here. Who, if you just had to go and grab somebody and throw them in your lineup, Who is that this week as we go off the deep end? No, I mean, Ink Spot, I'm interested to hear what you got.
If I just had to go off the deep end and stick my hand in the waivers and grab something, I might go in there and grab a Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. He getting some touches in Houston, so.
Yeah, he's in a 3-bag system. I know he's probably on the waivers, but you never know. He maybe can catch lightning in the bottle, you know. Mark Ingram, that would be my if I had to stick my hand in.
There you go. Mark Ingram. Jet, who you got for us going off the deep end?
I got our old friend, man, Kenyon Drake, man.
Okay.
I think ultimately Josh Jacobs is the number one running back over there, but I think he plays a little role in the offense. He catches passes as well. So I think if you really in desperate need and you need somebody just to do something, Kenyon Drake's your guy.
He had a touchdown last week, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see. Hey, he can do it. He can put together a big game real quick. He can do it. Los, who you got, man? You going off the deep end? Who you going out there and throwing in your lineup or picking up off of waivers out of desperation?
I looked at our waivers and T.Y. Hilton still out there. I mentioned him earlier, his first game back. He had 4 catches for 80 yards. He was getting down the field pretty good. I think he's going to continue to work himself in there. So if you can get him off the waivers, that might be a long-term play that you could use for your team. So see T.Y. Hilton as one.
Solid veteran. He's been a solid fantasy football player every time he's healthy. So I could definitely see that, man. That's some advice for you right there, man. So there we go with this episode of Allegedly Podcast and Stud Dud, My New Bud, Week 7 edition. Take the advice if you like. Don't take it if you don't think it's good. But I think this week we're gonna be okay. We're also starting the records over. So as you saw, there were no color codes on the Stud Dud, My New Bud this week. Because we're starting the records over now that we got Los on as a full-time member of the crew. So we're gonna keep records, and we'll get to see if these guys are really experts as they claim to be. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff to the Murder Chair Fantasy Football page on YouTube. And we appreciate you continuing to follow us. This is the Allegedly Podcast. We'll see y'all in a couple days with our Game of the Week coaches interview. We got to bring that back this week, so we'll be back with that soon. Peace.